Welcome to Real Reviews. I'm Chase Lee and I'm here to review The Host. The Host is a book written by Stephenie Meyer and it's adapted to the big screen, just like her recent novels of the Twilight Saga. Okay, let's get into this. So, first off, I want to say, from my standpoint, since I've seen all 5 Twilight movies, The Host is not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a lot better than Twilight movies, I'll tell you that much. But let's start with the directing. It's directed by Andrew Niccoli. Something like that. Probably some Italian. He wrote and directed this movie, and he does a pretty good job with it. He constructs this world, fairly well. And what's interesting about The Host is I like the premise. The premise is cool. I mean, it's interesting. It's a lot more interesting than vampire and werewolf. Kristen Stewart orgy, but I mean, who am I to judge, But he does a really good job capturing this futuristic world because it is set, where these aliens or whatever take over human bodies as the host. The acting, the actress's name is actually on one of my posters. I'm probably gonna butcher this. Sarah Ayers Ronan. Let's go with that. She's the girl off of Hannah and the girl off of The Lovely Bones. She actually does a really good job, and I commend her for at least trying on a script that was written like that. She's a lot better than Kristen Stewart. Other than that, all the actors were okay at best. William Hurt was in it. He was really good as the uncle. I really dug that. So those were the only 2 actors that were even worth mentioning. Everyone else was just kind of forgettable. The cinematography was actually pretty good for the most part. It was set in the desert and mountains and stuff, and like I said, it was a lot more interesting scenery to look at than the Twilight movies. That's for sure. The editing, it was edited fairly well. It kept a nice pace. The special effects, they did have the blue eyes the whole time. That was fine after a while. The one thing that threw me off the entire time was that the main character had a voice inside of her head talking, and that voice was a voiceover interacting with her, and so it sounded really weird. Like the voiceover would happen, like just interact with her, and she would talk back. It reminded me of when it first came on. It reminded me of the haunted house in Scary Movie 2 when the house talks to the group. That's what it sounded like, and it sounded unbelievable and kind of funny sometimes. Even though it was meant for humor, there were some parts that was trying to be serious, and it just didn't work sometimes. And whatever, I blame the book for even being created. So it's hard to recommend this or even score it. But as a guy, you're probably gonna hate it. As a girl, you're probably gonna hate it. I think the only people that are actually gonna like or even watch this movie are the people that read the books. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if you're dragged by your girlfriend or your date or your wife or whatever, it's actually not that bad to sit through. It's some parts you can laugh at, some parts will surprise you, and some parts surprised the hell out of me too. There was a couple scenes where someone got shot in the head and boom, blood would just spew out everywhere. And I was like, wow, they really pushed the limits in a PG-13 movie, but that part was pretty cool. But it's not as bad as Twilight. However, I will rate it like a 4 out of 10. Those books are the way they are. I'm just not a fan of them. Not a fan of the movies. Sorry, Stephenie Meyer. Stop writing books about love triangles, which is also in The Host. Love triangle. So, I mean, 4 out of 10. If you're dragged to it, if you're a guy, live with it. It's not that bad. I just don't recommend it because I just don't buy into those type of books. So, you know, I guess the question I can ask you guys, what is your favorite Alien movie? Anything with aliens, comment below in the place that's right below my face. Sorry. I completely forgot what I was going to say. But, and my light keeps going out. That's pretty funny. Alright, so, yeah, what's your favorite Alien movie? Just let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching Real Reviews. I'm Chase Lee, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. See you guys later.